Have you ever heard someone say things like, "My ex was never like you. My coworker understands me better than you. It's not just me. Even my mom thinks you're too sensitive. Everyone thinks you're wrong. You're the only one who doesn't see it." If you've heard phrases like these, you may have experienced a form of psychological manipulation called triangulation. Triangulation is when someone brings a third-person opinion into the conversation to influence your thoughts, emotions, or decisions, often to strengthen their own position or hide the true motives. That third person could be an ex-partner, a friend, a parent, a coworker, or even a vague group like "everyone says so." The goal isn't necessary to solve the problem. Instead, is to create comparison where you always feel like you're falling short. And you begin to think, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I need to try harder to be loved. The same tactic can happen in business. Someone may say, "Every other partner agreed to this price." Or, "All of our partners accept these terms except you." The purpose may not be genuine negotiation. It may be to pressure you into lowering your price or giving up on your own interests. Here's another example. Someone say, "I didn't want to break up with you. My mom made me do it." At first, that sounds responsible, even respectful towards his family. But think about what's really happening. Instead of taking ownership of the decision, they shift responsibility to a third person. Now imagine this. You tell your partner, "I've been feeling that you've become distant lately." Instead of listening or trying to work through the issue, they reply, "My ex never complained about this." Or, "My mom always said you were too needy and difficult, but I didn't believe her." On the surface, it sounds like they're defending you, but underneath, they planted a seed in your mind. You begin asking yourself, am I too sensitive? Am I overreacting? Do other people really see me this way? Suddenly, the conversation is no longer about your feelings or the problem that need to be solved. Instead, it becomes about whether you are the problem. And notice something important. They still haven't offered any solution. But here's something equally important. Not every mention of a third person is manipulation. In a healthy relationship, referring to another person's experience or professional advice can actually help solve a problem. For example, "I've reminded you many times about drinking too much bubble tea and eating greasy food. Even your doctor also asked you to cut back. Do you remember what the doctor said?" Or, "My sister went through something similar and this is how she handled it." In these situations, the purpose is to solve the problem, not to make you feel inferior or ashamed. Another example, "My mom thinks you're a little unfriendly. Do you want to spend some time with her so she can get to know you better?" Here, the third person is included to improve communication and clarify the situation, not to pressure or judge you. Another important sign is this. A healthy person still takes responsibility for their own decisions. For example, "My mom thinks we should break up. I listened to her opinion. I took some time to think about it, and I've decided that breaking up is the right decision for me." Notice the difference. They are not blaming their mother. They are simply acknowledging that someone else's opinions influenced their thinking, while still taking full responsibility for the final decision. A third side is that they respect your right to choose. They may share another person's opinion, but they don't force you to agree. If you say no, they respect your decision. That's very different from using someone else's opinion to pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. For example, when my grandmother went to the market, she would sometimes tell a vendor, "The store next door is selling it cheaper." That's just negotiation. Because the vendor is free to choose to reduce the price and sell the products to my grandmother or not sell it to her. Both sides have choices. and neither is emotionally pressure into saying yes. But real life is often more complicated. In business, friendship, romantic relationships, you can't always walk away from a partnership or end a relationship overnight. That's why it's important to recognize another one inside. That's social pressure. For example, Sarah was willing to help me for free, why can't you? Or everyone else is happy to help, you're the only one who isn't. This is where you should be careful, because the third person is no longer being mentioned to solve the problem. Instead, they are being used to create social pressure and make you feel guilty for saying no. This is often a form of guilt tripping and triangulation. So, how can you tell the difference between a healthy communication and manipulation? Ask yourself 3 questions. First, is this person trying to solve the problem with me? Or are they trying to prove that I'm somehow less than someone else or make me feel guilty into agreeing? Second, how do you feel after the conversation? A healthy discussion doesn't always end in agreement, but you should still feel respected. If, after every conversation, you walk away feeling, I'm never good enough, I'm always wrong, I have to keep trying harder just to earn love or approval, while the other person never reflects on their own behavior, then this is no longer constructive feedback. It's manipulation. Third, was it a one-time comment or is it a repeated pattern? In psychology, what matters isn't a single sentence. What matters is a pattern of behavior repeated over time. A healthy relationship doesn't need a third person to prove someone's worth. Someone who truly respects you will say, let's figure this out together. Not, other people are better than you. Learning about psychological manipulation isn't about labeling people or manipulating others. It's like learning self-defense. You don't learn martial arts to attack people. You learn them so you know how to protect yourself if someone attacks you. The same applies here. Understanding manipulation helps you respond wisely, protect your boundaries, and choose relationships where you feel safe, respected, and valued. And 2, everything I share on LMcation podcast come from my personal experiences and lessons I learned along the way. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next episode.